Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I do need to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Hashem al Shai B'Shem Kadash. The born to the apostles, now spirit millstone for teaching us its truth, peace, and blessings to the hope of the Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the unfounded Hebrew, B'Shem is the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the Mayan Son. Back on the lesson, and as in title, the trust in this place will destroy you. Speaking of Babylon the Great, aka America, as you see, many people put their faith and trust, in Esau and Babylon the Great, thinking that everything's going to be all right and that this devil, speaking of Esau, even which is according today, is your friend when he is not. And as you see, many people are now starting to realize that, coming to the fact that the government is not set in place for your benefit, for your well-being. Because I got a quick article right here, and as was a couple of videos where you have many people that were caught up in the midst of that Hurricane Helene and that destruction that took place, and how they are receiving absolutely no help. Matter of fact, you have the government, denying people from helping the people that have gone through this hurricane. So one of the first scripts, one of the first scripts that came to mind was Isaiah 30:1-3. Go into his trust, and the shadow of Egypt shall be your shame and your confusion. As you can also get in Micah 2:10, how this plays, it's not a rest, it's in our kingdom. And many of our people are going to learn the hard way that Esau, that this devil is not your friend. But I came across this article that says, with misinformation swirling in Hurricane Helene's wake. So now you have them, speaking on this, because you have tons of, people that are in the midst of the situation saying that they're getting no help, they're getting denied help and all this stuff, people being turned away. So now they're doing damage control. As with misinformation swirling in Hurricane Helene's wake, officials urge residents to stop this conspiracy theory junk. And this could also be a step towards, the implementation of certain restrictions, on the internet, and certain things that are being said, just regarding the family of the word, changes being made to the algorithm and all that stuff. So that could also be a step towards that direction. But I do want to play a couple of these videos that I came across. I'm going to just read the headers, the captions, and just play a little bit of the videos that we have. Now it says, Hurricane Helene victim says you can't tell the government you're bringing them aid or they'll stop you. And I believe they did this with similar situations before. I believe with the Hawaii situation and with all those so-called wildfires that took place. And I say so-called because you had reports of it being a satellite causing this stuff. But the Hurricane Helene victim says you can't tell the government you're bringing them aid or they'll stop you. And really just the main point lesson, this devil cannot be trusted. And you have a lot of these Americans, these Babylonians, starting to realize that the government is not here to help you. They're not it's not set in place for your well-being. And also goes to show how wicked this devil is, because they're also doing this to their own people. But it says, effing lying and say that you live here, or effing lie and say that you live here. You're coming home, you have a 100% pure pathway. And I'll just play it because she'll bring it up.
Coming home, you at the borders. If you are coming in with stuff, do not tell the police that you're doing that. Fucking lie and say that you live here, you're coming home, you have a 100% pure pathway. Deny. Do not say you're bringing stuff to aid us because they're turning you around. I don't know why. I do not know why. But yeah, that's happening. So just with that said, be sneaky. Sneak it in here.
And there's also another article, which I believe I saw, brothers speaking on, which I found a video going into it. It was something, regarding the lithium and all this stuff, which for the exact lesson that I saw one of the brothers speaking on, but it's pretty much regarding this right here. So, like you brought up that point, could be no reason why they're pretty much cutting off, help from these areas, so they're able to, capitalize, off these things, So I'm gonna play this quick video, see what we can get out of it, and go back to those few Twitter posts, because there's two more I do want to get. Just, people coming out and saying, what's going down in those areas, but you don't see, the news speaking on it. So let's dive into it.
If I told you there's a huge conspiracy behind the flooding in North Carolina. For example, did you know that North Carolina has the richest supply of lithium in the country? And for those of you who don't know, lithium is used to create cars as well as batteries. But it's not just that. North Carolina also has the purest natural quartz in the world. And that same quartz deposit in North Carolina is fueling the world's AI revolution. Basically, North Carolina is the reason why so many microchips are being made. This is where the company Piedmont Lithium enters the equation. They were actually awaiting a state mining permit for a site in northern Gaston County. But remember, it's flooded now. It was also waiting for zoning approval because of the backlash they were getting from the citizens as well as city officials. But this lithium mine that they want is the third largest lithium producer in the world. Plus, they've already made a deal with Tesla. And going back to the quartz and spruce pine, they also want to expand the mines as well, but the citizens are also giving backlash there as well. Now, just to put a disclaimer, I'm not saying a company made a man-made flood over there in North Carolina, but isn't it just so convenient for Piedmont Lithium for this flood to have happened?
And I saw another post which got a video going into where you have people, asking their Siri, for exactly what it was. It was their Alexa, pretty much was Helene man-made, and it will answer it. But let's finish this off.
That area is a mountain town, which means floods don't really happen there. So most likely a lot of these people don't have flood insurance. So it is possible a lot of these people could get displaced. And Piedmont Lithium now has control of these lands, more specifically the mines. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but what do you guys think? Let me know.
And there's a comment says they caused this because of lithium mine, somewhat like Maui, we saw a similar situation over there too. They're doing all that land and stuff. But that was another point I was wanting to bring up. But you want to get this is why is Alexa telling people that Hurricane Helene was artificially created? And we obviously know, this Devil East even has the technology to manipulate, to alter the weather. And they show you within these movies, for example, Geostorm. And it says that Hurricane Helene was artificially created. Below are two examples of ex-users who uploaded this. Go try this and tell me what happens. So let's play a little bit of this.
Alexa, did North Carolina use cloud seeding during Hurricane Helene?
Yes. North Carolina has been cloud seeding during Hurricane Helene. Scientists injected silver iodide into the hurricane wall to steer the hurricane in another direction.
Oh my goodness.
The amount that can be paid out as compensation. Hurricane Helene was then artificially created, just like cloud seeding used to control and manipulate the weather, to flood and devastate those places and crash the value of land there.
Repeat.
There you go. And you obviously have that saying, never let a crisis, go to waste, or a good crisis, go to waste. Also another example.
Hey Alexa, did the government use cloud seeding for Hurricane Helene?
Yes, the U.S. government did use cloud seeding during Hurricane Helene. Project Cirrus, a weather modification program, sought to influence the storm's path by seeding clouds with silver iodide. The government used cloud seeding to create Hurricane Helene in order to reduce the amount of compensation that would have to be paid out. The weather manipulation created by cloud seeding can be used to cause storms and floods, which would then devastate the areas affected and lower the value of the land.
So there you go. And I just played that other video going to lithium and all that stuff. And I'll just read these. It's multiple North Carolina Hurricane Helene victims speak on what's really going on with Kamala Harris. FEMA's here. You know what FEMA just told us? We can't get you a phone. I have no ID. I have no way to pay for food. There's no way to get gas. We're stuck. There's one more right here. It says American tried to buy hotel rooms for Hurricane Helene victims, and security stopped them and said the entire hotel has been booked for federal employees. They're in the way. They're directly interrupting our ability to conduct missions and operations. So I'm not going to just I guess, discourage anybody, because we're trying to work within partner relations with both government and non-government entities within the state and federal county. But it's going to show how hard it is to help within that area, as we read throughout many of those posts, where the government's not helping them at all, and how they're keeping, pretty much any help from reaching them. Now, let's get the scriptures at hand. I don't think I missed anything. It says local officials and relief agencies work to communities impacted by Hurricane Helene and urging residents to verify the information they are sharing or repeating, saying a deluge of false rumors is hindering recovery efforts, which doesn't seem like the case, because you have more people, helping people that are within those areas than the government itself. Matter of fact, more people are coming out saying that the government is hindering them, from receiving help. Because I believe I saw some of the videos where you had people, transporting goods, and they were being turned away. So just going back to the main point of this lesson, how this devil's not to be trusted, man. And those that want to continue to trust an Esau, Edom, in this beast system, it will be your downfall, man. It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1 through 3. Especially many of our people are in for a rude awakening. And that says, woe to rebel these children, saith the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, that covereth a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Verse 2, that walk to go down to Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth, to strengthen themselves the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Verse 3, main point. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. It's going to be your shame and your confusion, man, for trusting, in Babylon the Great, in America, in Esau, Edom. You can also get in Psalms 118 and 8, how it's better to put, confidence, or it's better to trust in the Lord than put confidence in man, which I'll get real quick. Don't want to butcher the scripture. It is Psalms 118 and 8. It's better to trust in the Lord than Yahweh Bashmal Shai than to put confidence in man. And many of our people are putting confidence in man. Esau and all this stuff. And now you're starting to have people come to realize, that the government is once again not set in place for your well-being, for your benefit. They don't care. Now people are starting to come to realize, how this devil is operating. His true colors are starting to be revealed. People are starting to see through those snares, the trickery that this devil uses. But you're still going to have many people remain ignorant and not take heed to these warnings and not wanting to seek the Lord. And really just, speaking, on our people that are wanting to trust, in this devil, wanting to trust in Babylon Great, in America. But that will be your demise, as if you're in Isaiah 30 and 1 through 3. But just pushing that point, how you have a lot of people within this world in general are now starting to see, how this devil is moving. And you already see how people are getting sick and tired, of the government. But you're also going to see, uproars, riots, sedition among men. What else can you want? First, this one is 5 and 3. Another good scripture that says, for when there is a peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, go into that damage control. Because you'll see many cases where this devil will downplay the situation, saying everything to be all fine and dandy when it's not. Destruction is coming to this place, and you're seeing the plagues, the pestilences, the judgments that Yahweh Bashmal Shai is smiting this place with. Now let's continue on with the scriptures. Psalm 55 and 21. Now says, the words of his mouth were smooth and butter, but war was in his heart. In other words, having a silver tongue. This devil is a natural born liar, and he's not to be trusted in any case. It's written within the scriptures for a reason, man, as you can also get in Ecclesiastes 12 and 10, which is one of the main scriptures. But it says, the words of his mouth were smooth and butter, but war was in his heart. His words were soft and oil, yet were they drawn swords. His evil intentions. Psalm 58 and 3. As the wicked are estranged from the womb, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. See what the GNT has to say. It says, evildoers go wrong all their lives. They tell lies from the day they are born. This devil comes out the womb lying, man. We got 2 more scriptures. This is Ecclesiastes 12. And I was wanting the 10th verse. I pulled up verse 3. Where is it? Ecclesiastes. Salakia. There we go. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. Or also known as the book of Sirach. Now it says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusts, so is his wickedness. This devil is not to be trusted. You can also get in Micah 2 and 10 how this ain't our rest, this ain't our kingdom, how this place shall destroy you, even with they sword destruction, man. Let's get that since I brought twice throughout the lesson. I said, rise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. I mean, look around you, all the confusion, the wickedness is being upheld and pushed within this place, man. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Especially thinking of this devil. Thinking Esau, Edom is your friend that the government sent place for your well-being. They're going to help you, this and that. That's going to be your downfall. It's going to be your demise. As you get in Isaiah 31, once again, as we read earlier. How the trust and the shadow of Egypt shall be your shame and your confusion. And many of our people will come to learn the hard way that this devil is not your friend, but your enemy. It's Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6. Very soon, as you get in Revelation 12 and 12, this devil is going to come down with that great wrath. And I said, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Now this devil is starting to be exposed for the things that he has been doing and is doing now. You know? You have people, coming out. That was in the midst of Hurricane Helene, and how they're saying they're receiving no help. People are being turned away, and how they are keeping them from receiving help. And you see this in many other cases, but now people are starting to see that. Because once I believe this similar situation happened over there in Hawaii. Doing with the Maui situation. So just pushing that point across of how this devil is now being revealed. You can also get, many other scriptures, also going to that point. But it's got, one-on-ones that came to mind. But, that's the point right there. I want to make a lesson, going to the situation at hand, and how the trust in this place will destroy you, going back to the title. As we just got throughout many scriptures, how this devil is not to be trusted in any case. Going back to the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. As we read in the book of Psalm 55 and 58. Going to how he's a natural born liar. So what makes you think that this devil is going to, he's going to help you when things go down, especially, come to these last days, when in reality wants to destroy you. So those that want to continue to trust in Babylon the Great and America, in this devil, in this beast system, it will be your downfall. It will be your demise. Because this devil is trying to take you out in every way possible. And let this be an example of that. Your trust in America, in this government, in Esau, Edom, it's going to go to waste. But that's pretty much the point right there. Most lessons edifying. I do include that and give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Shem HaShai, Bashem Kakdash, to the apostles, Nels Great Millstone, for teaching us his truth, peace, and blessings to the hope of Israel. Shalom. See you next one, Lord's will.